Good afternoon, Jamaica. My name is Lloyd Chang. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about how the Jamaican government can locate illegal firearms within the island. This is episode 1. Okay? I am going to show you a gun. This is a .357 Magnum. It has a serial number on the side of it, and this tells you where the gun was manufactured, who manufactured the gun. It also tells you who owns the firearm, and in this case I am the owner of this .357 Magnum. If you look at it, it has 5 holes for the bullet. This gun is duly registered to me in the state of Florida. I have what you call a CWP. It stands for a Concealed Weapons Permit. I'm allowed to carry this gun with me wherever I go, but certain places I am not, like post offices, police stations, courts. You cannot take your gun with you. Anyway, any gun that is in Jamaica that is legal, this is what these videos are all about. So we're going to show how we are going to locate illegal firearms. The first thing the Jamaican government, I'm going to put down the gun now. The first thing that the Jamaican government has to do is to start with our security forces. There's a Jamaica Defense Force. We're going to go into the Jamaica Defense Force arsenal with our technicians, and we're going to document all the guns that are in there. Now, there are 2 classifications of guns. There are disabled guns, the guns that the army no longer needs, and they are keeping them for whatever reason, for parts, or they're going to destroy them. But these have to be photographed. Okay? The photograph of the guns have to be done 4 different ways. Okay? 4 different ways. Okay? The serial number has to be done. It's what you call an electronic scan of the firearm. So, having accomplished that, we're going to move on to the abled guns, the ones that the soldiers use on a day-to-day basis, whether it be the SLRs or the M16s, I really don't know. But all the guns that are in the arsenal for the Jamaica Defense Force has to be scanned electronically, and the information stored into a data bank for use later on, and we'll get to that in other episodes. Anyway, the next thing to be done with the Jamaica Defense Force soldiers, from the rank of a private, the brigadier general, each soldier has to do a full body scan. You know, when you go through the airport and you walk through that little hole, that is what that is doing. It's scanning you. So the soldiers now have to do a full body scan of themselves. Private Jones, Private Smith, and so on and so forth. You will understand why this is necessary later on. Once this has been accomplished with all the personnel who come into contact with these weapons, we're going to move on to the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Technicians are going to go down to the arsenal or the armory. They're going to document the disabled guns, the ones that they no longer need, the ones that they've found illegally. Whatever they find, it has to be scanned electronically. Once this has been accomplished, okay, they're going to now go to the different parishes where the Jamaica Defence Force has branches and the police stations island-wide. Once this is out of the way and their members have been scanned electronically from head to toe, the Minister of National Security, and I hope Mr. Montague is listening because we are watching you. Mr. Montague needs to send out letters to all the licensed firearm holders in Jamaica, whether it be 10,000, 4,000. Each letter has to state that you are required by the government to bring in your licensed firearms. Some people have 12, some people have 20, some people have 2, some people have 1. They must bring in their firearms to the parishes. So let's use St. Thomas as an example. All the licensed firearm holders that live in St. Thomas must produce their gun at a particular time, at a particular place. They must bring in their firearms for the technicians to take photographs of these. Just like what was done to Jamaica Defence Force and Jamaica Constabulary. Also, they're going to do a full body scan of the licensed firearm holder. This is very critical. As I said, I'll explain this later on. Once this has been accomplished, then they move on to Portland. They move on to St. Mary's, St. Anne, Trelawney, Montego Bay. But the licensed firearm holders of the must bring in all of the guns that they have. They must do it. Later on, you're going to understand why I say they have to do it. Okay? Once this has been accomplished, okay, all the information is stored by the Ministry of National Security into what you call a data bank. It shows the licensed firearm holder's profile. It shows the weapon that that person has been assigned to. It shows the weapons that are in the arsenal or the armory for the Jamaica Constabulary and the Jamaica Defence Force. That is stored. A computer programmer can design that program. It's very easy to design. But this information is critical to what is coming next. In my next episode. This is high-tech stuff because we're living in some very serious times in Jamaica. I don't know where everybody just killing off each other. What, 7 deaths a day? No, man, something has to be done, and we're going to do it the scientific way. But please, when you get that letter from Mr. Montague, take your guns into the police station that there is in your area. The technicians will be there. Nobody has to know what you're going inside here for. There's going to be a special room. You go in there, you transact your business. Now, there's another reason why this is a very good idea. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very simple. If you are a licensed firearm holder, and when you turn in your gun to the technicians and they run the serial number or whatever, and you have not paid your dues, you're not getting back that gun, you know. You're not getting back that gun until you go and pay the government their dues. So this is a very good thing. It keeps you on your toes. But if you please, I'm begging you, if you have 6 guns, you have to take in the 6 guns. Because we are creating what you call a national database for all the legal guns in Jamaica. As I said in the next episode, I explained to you why this is critical. Don't come to the technicians in St. Thomas and say, well, boss, guess what? You have an gun, but believe it or not, that's not going to work. They want to see you with all the firearms. It's going to also help the government to create their database, you know, who has what type of gun, etc., etc. All right? But for the time being, this is how we're going to get the information about the legal guns. The legal guns. So if you have a firearm that's locked in a safety deposit at a bank or something, go and get it. Because it's not going to be pretty what we're going to be implementing next. Because if we fly those drones over Jamaica and that gun is not into the database, you're going to have to be talking to the police. Okay? But as I said, that will come later on. So please cooperate with the government. This is a system whereby we can save lives. We need to start saving them because what is going on in Jamaica is just crazy. It's too much. Please cooperate. Okay? So guess what? The next time we talk, I'm going to be introducing to you certain things. Certain other pieces of equipment that are going to help us to fight crime. It's going to help us to locate the firearms on sea, in the air, as well as on land. So we're not going to be leaving any stones unturned. This is a video, I'm doing it. I have not been paid to do this video and I don't want any money because this is what you call blood money. Okay? I'm doing it out of my own free will. And it can work. I spent many months thinking about it, planning, and I've seen it work in other countries. It can work in Jamaica. So please, the next episode I'm going to be introducing to you another piece of equipment that's going to help us in finding these illegal guns. And let me warn the gunmen that if you have firearms that are illegal, after these videos, I would strongly suggest that you get rid of them. Very strong, because the methods that we are going to be using are scientific methods. They will work and the police will catch you. They will catch you. Can't tell you what's coming next, but trust me, I'm putting together a package that even if you run after that little guy up in the sky drop a die on top of you, the police can see all in your grave. So please, I'm begging you, get rid of the guns. Carry them to the police station, drop them off over there. But even if you drop it in the sea, we're going to find it. Pilot pit, we're going to find it. So I'm begging you, get rid of them. All right? Anyway, thank you, Jamaica, for your time. I've been sick. I promise I've done this months ago, but when you have spinal stenosis with 5 injured disc, it's very hard to function. But you know, I've been seeing a lot of things going on in Jamaica, and it's not pleasing. I'm neither a GLP nor a PNP. I have sympathy for none of them, because as far as I'm concerned, the politicians were the ones that wrecked Jamaica. Anyway, let us see if we can try and get this crime situation under control. Whatever methods Mr. Montague wants to employ. He didn't have to go to New York. So some are sitting now with some level-headed people, and we're coming up with the idea. There's a piece of equipment that the government doesn't have, but it's going to have to get it to find the illegal guns. But as I said, that will come down the road. So please bear with me. All right, and I thank you for your time. Okay, and you all take care of yourself. Be safe until we talk again.